Buongiorno everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're still in Rome. This is our third full day. We are off into the city again this morning. We have tickets to go to the Basilica San Clemente, which is an old church. It's called a lasagna church sometimes because it was like a pagan church or something, a pagan worship hall. I don't know if it's a church in pagan times. And then they built on top of that, and then they've built on top of that again. So you can go into the church for free, but to see the underground levels of it, you have to pay. It was only like €10. So I've booked that for 11 o'clock this morning. And then we're going to go and see the statue of Moses at another church by Michelangelo, I think that was. And Largo Argentina, which has a cat sanctuary, but it's also got it's got a little... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's a little historical site as well. It's the place where Julius Caesar was apparently assassinated. But attached to that, at the side, there's a cat sanctuary, and apparently the cats walk around like the ruins and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that because you know how much I love cats. And then we're going to have some pizza, and then we're going to come back to the campsite because obviously I don't think it's meant to be as hot as yesterday. I think it's only meant to get up to 32. Only meant to get up to 32 today. I mean, that's still roasting hot, but I'm lathered up in sun cream and that. I'm wearing my hat to protect my head and my eyes and everything as well. And so I don't have to wear sunglasses because I'm getting like white marks where I've been wearing my sunglasses. So hopefully I can get that tanned over. So we'll come back to the campsite, have a little rest, freshen up, and then we're going to go out for dinner tonight. And hopefully we'll be feeling re-energized enough after a little rest to go and see Rome at night in the evening, because I want to go and see we have seen it before. The last time we were in Rome, we saw the Trevi Fountain, the Spanish Steps, the Pantheon, we saw all them, but we were meant to do that on Thursday night and we didn't do it. So I'd like to go and see it all lit up. The Colosseum and the Roman Forum and all that are apparently really beautiful at night when they're all lit up, so I'd like to do that as well after our dinner. And the metro runs till 1:30. At the minute, during the week, they're doing work on it, so it's only running till 9 o'clock, like Sunday to Thursday, which is one of the reasons we decided not to go into Rome on Thursday. But we did buy 1 week travel passes when we arrived in Rome at the train station. We bought a week's travel pass, which was €24 each. And that gets us on the metro, the trams, which we discovered yesterday. I didn't even know Rome had trams, and the buses. As much as we want for the whole week, for 7 days. Yeah, the 72-hour pass was €18 and the week's pass was €24, so you just might as well go for the week's pass. Anyway, I'm just waiting for Ali to get ready. I've been up since 5:30 again, but I fell asleep at 9:30 last night, so I've had a really good night's sleep. He's had a good night's sleep, but he still says he's tired because he's a teenager. He's just getting ready and then we're going to be off. It is now several hours since I last vlogged. We went back to the campsite and had a nap. I had a couple of hours nap because I'd been up at the cracky 5:30 again this morning, and a shower, and then it was kind of like a mad rush to get out because we realised if we didn't get the bus soon we were going to be really late for our reservation. So we've ran out. We have to get 2 buses to this place, but none of them are very long journeys. Well, the first one was only a couple of stops, and we're trying to save our feet because we want to walk later on. So we're on our way to this restaurant. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I'll put it on the screen. And then we're going to go into Rome again and see it all lit up at night. Matarallo Pisana, it's called. And apparently they're famous for their homemade tagliatelle.
Are they?
Uh-huh.
You didn't even tell me.
Well, there you go. You need to have their tagliatelle, but I know he's going to have a pizza. Right. Good morning everyone. So we ended up having our dinner. We stayed at dinner quite late last night. It felt like a really nice restaurant. It was literally just locals and us. I think we were the only ones speaking English there, which was kind of awkward. Our first waitress couldn't speak English, so she had to go and get somebody that did speak English, but the meal was absolutely lovely. It was in the butt fuck of nowhere, so we waited quite a while on the bus to get there, and then we waited quite a while on a bus to come home, and then the second bus that we had to get, that wasn't running anymore because it was so late, so we ended up walking. But it ended up only being like, was it 17 or 18 minute walk, and it was all downhill in that, so it was absolutely fine. And it was quite a nice walk because it wasn't roasting hot, it was quite pleasant. Yeah, I really enjoyed the meal. The cacio e pepe I had again, but it's not as good as Joseph's, which is good because Joseph's still remains my favourite place. We're going there tonight because it's our last full day in Rome, and I feel like I need to have another Joseph's. I did book it the other day because we waited half an hour or something. No, we waited an hour when we went the other day. I didn't want to have to wait again. So we didn't get into Rome last night because it would have just been so long. We wouldn't have got back till the middle of the night, and we couldn't have got back at that time of day because there's no metro or anything running. Anyway, today we had planned a nice pool day because we've been quite busy over the last couple of days, and it's pissing down with rain this morning, which is nice because it's a lot cooler today. Let me show you. Look. Pouring down with rain. So it is a lot cooler, which is lovely and pleasant. Can't go to the pool when it's peeing down with rain. Also, that pool's really cold, which is lovely. It was lovely the other day when it was boiling hot outside. It was like in the was it 34 or 35 it was? And so you got in the pool to cool down and you came out, it was nice and warm and cosy and you felt refreshed. It's not going to be the same today, I don't think. It is only meant to rain up until between 11 and 12, so hopefully we can get to the pool this afternoon. Even if it's still clouded over, it's still meant to go up to 26, 28 today.
It's actually went down to 25.
Oh, has it? 25? I mean,
right now though, even though it's pissing it.
I know, it's still a little bit warm, but so much. It feels freezing compared to what we've dealt with for the past week.
It just doesn't feel hot at all.
We've turned the aircon off in here as well because that was cold, and then it's not so hot outside that we need the aircon in here. Oh, we're going to die when we go back to 12 degrees in Gorebridge. Actually, I think it's been quite warm in Gorebridge.
To be fair, it's 13 right now in Gorebridge, but it's meant to go up to 20 today.
It's meant to go up to 20 today in Gorebridge, so they're not far off of us. Yeah, I'm just pottering about, tidying up a bit. I've changed all our bins because they were full, and there's a little recycling centre up there. I'm going to go and do laundry while it's raining. And oh, let me show you our pizzas. So yesterday we went for Pizza Florida for our lunch and we loved it so much we decided to get some to bring home and have for our lunch today. We were just going to go to the supermarket and get stuff to make sandwiches and that. I was like, I really want that pizza. This one is potato and truffle and it was so delicious. It was really creamy. It's kind of like potato dauphinoise on top of a pizza with a little bit of truffle on it. It was so delicious. So I wanted some of that. Ali wanted the carbonara. Well, he couldn't decide between the pesto one and the carbonara one again. Carbonara one was delicious. And this is pesto. It's got tomatoes, pesto and parmesan on it. They're so nice. And it's like a really fluffy pizza dough, but the base is really crispy. It's delicious. And it was so cheap. This was like, I think this was €11 for all of this. But yesterday we got an extra pizza. What did we get? Oh, salami picante, which I thought was lovely, but Ali wasn't very keen on the salami. Yesterday it cost, oh, and that included a drink, the €11, because Ali got a Fanta. And yesterday it was €15 for including the 4th bit of pizza and 2 drinks. So it was really good price. So we're going to have that for our lunch today. Probably won't be as good as yesterday because it's not fresh or warm, but I think that's the type of pizza that'll still be delicious even a day later. So it rained for about a whole 10 minutes and then it lit up and the sun came out maybe a couple of hours later. We just kind of hung about. I'd done some laundry. I started packing because we're leaving tomorrow. And yeah, just hung about. And then we went up to the pool this afternoon because the sun came out and it was lovely. It was just a perfect few hours by the pool. I didn't go in, I just sunbathed. Well, actually, I read my Anne Frank book. I started reading that because I finished the Drew McIntyre one, which I started on the plane, read on both the trains, and then I finished it the other day when we were at the pool. So I started on the Anne Frank one. It's good, I'm hooked. Can see what all the fuss is about. We've had a shower, we've cleaned up, and now we're going to head off to Joseph's for another yummy meal. I'm going to try and be good and not get the cacio e pepe, but I really like the cacio e pepe. I can't decide if I want the gnocchi, which I had the first time I went to Joseph's, 4 cheese gnocchi, or if I want to try the risotto, because I've not had a risotto yet since I've came to Italy. I maybe should try it. I maybe should try the risotto. I'll see when I get there. And then we're going to go into Rome and have a look round the Trevi Fountain, the Pavilion. 3rd time's a charm. We've tried to do this 3 times. Hopefully we get it done tonight. It is a bit trickier tonight because the metro stops running at 9 on a Sunday. They replace it with a replacement bus service, but yesterday we were able to get a bus back from, was it yesterday? Oh. We got the bus back from Rome? Or was it, what day is it? Yeah, I think it was yesterday we got the bus back from central Rome to where we get our metro. We just hopped on a bus because it was easier than walking all the way to the metro. It was quite a distance away we were from the nearest metro. Go on the bus and then we go off where we normally would get on the bus to get our, from the metro station up. So I'm hoping we can do that again because it'll be a pain in the backside having to look for where the replacement bus service is going to be. Let's hope we can get it done. I want to see Rome all lit up at night. I've never seen it all lit up at night. Right, we're coming up to, we're just about on the big scary bridge and this is the last time we'll be crossing it, so I'm going to get Ali to take the phone and show you what it's like crossing it.
I've got like 20 different angles for you.
Oh my god. I hate it. that isn't so bad because it's at night time, and this is my cross. I've got a little bag that I bought some stuff. I bought some gifts for people. I've emptied them into my handbag and I've put the little bag over it so I can hold on to the handrail, because otherwise my hand gets covered. Like, it was black the first time I done it. Anyway, that's a big scary bridge. I don't know how that footage turned out. I hope you couldn't hear me screech in the background. So we never made it to Rome at night again because, well, there was a bit of a faff on the way to the restaurant. We were waiting for the bus. It was scheduled for 7:15 and it just never showed up, and I was frantically, because our reservation was for 7, which is when the restaurant opens. I was trying to get a taxi, and in Italy you can use the Free Now app, which is, it seems to be cheaper than Uber. But what you do is you book your taxi and then you have to wait for them to assign a driver, and that was taking forever, so I cancelled it twice. I tried to book it twice and cancelled it twice because it was taking so long. And then I tried Uber, and that was about €3 or €4 more expensive. But as I was just about to book that, this bus came along, and it wasn't a bus with a number on it or anything. It wasn't part of the Rome network of buses. I think it was an airport bus. And he stopped, and then I asked him if he goes to Cornelia, which is where we were going for the restaurant. And he just said, yeah, come on. So we jumped on that bus and got to the restaurant. We were about 25 minutes late, maybe. But they were fine. They were actually quite quiet when we went in. I mean, they were heaving by the time we left because it is a busy restaurant. But I was surprised how quiet it was when we went in. But yeah, that meant that it kind of just would have been such a faff. Because it's a Sunday, the buses seem to only run every hour, coming to back here. And then the metro stops at 9, and oh my god, the public transport thing just seemed such a faff. We wanted to get the metro before 9, so we were getting on the metro straight into Rome and then get the bus home, because that would have been quicker. But just because by the time our meal was over and everything, it was well after that, we just didn't bother. And I was like, this was my last chance to see Rome at night. But I have said to Ali, you know what, next time I will always stay at this campsite. If I come to Rome, I'll always stay here. But next time, because I do want to see Rome at night, I think we have seen it at night, but I just wanted to see it all lit up. The Colosseum especially, because I've not seen the Colosseum at night. We've seen the Trevi Fountain, the Spanish Steps and the Pantheon and all that lit up at night the last time we were here, but the Colosseum we didn't see it at night, in the Roman Forum and everything, and apparently it's really beautiful at night, so I wanted to go and see it. But I said to Ali, next time we stay, we will stay here for like the stay, but I am going to book at least one night in the city centre, just so we don't have to worry about the transport and everything, because it's such a faff sometimes. It's alright during the day and during the week and everything. The only problems we had were like today, because it's Sunday. At first I read that the buses don't run, but that's not true. They do run. The 246 runs. There's 2 buses, 246 and the 247. 247 doesn't run on a Sunday. 246 does, but it's only every hour, and it's such a faff. And also, there's not a lot of restaurants like just across the road. There's a Wild Wild West steakhouse, or there's a McDonald's, and the restaurant here is overpriced and not as great quality, so you're just as well travelling into Cornelia, which is like 10 minutes on the bus at the most. Ali, 10 minutes? What? Sorry, he's watching the Scotland game. It's about 10 minutes on the bus to Cornelia. 5 if there's no traffic. And there's a good few restaurants around there. Yeah, I wouldn't waste my money on the restaurant again. That meal cost me €60 that Ali and I had, and it was our worst meal that we've had in Italy. And it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like inedible or anything like that. It wasn't bad in that sense. It's just more, it's not up to par with all the Italian places that we've been eating. The worst thing that I did have to eat that was inedible was that arancini in Venice, but at least I could eat the food at the restaurant. It just wasn't as good as going to a proper Italian restaurant. And usually the thing that's great about Italian meals and restaurants and all that is the freshness there. Like Joseph's tonight was just amazing. I don't know if I preferred the meatballs to the cacio e pepe. The meatballs were phenomenal. Phenomenal. The meatballs were phenomenal. Am I saying that weird? Phenomenal. phenomenal. I feel like I'm saying that weird. Sounds weird to me. Everything was delicious. Everything was really good. And Ali had what was it called? The sausage that was on your pizza? Worcester or something. So it was like a Frankfurter. And chips on his pizza. He says he wished he just got the one that was just the Worcester on its own and not the chips, because the chips were just kinda there, not adding anything to it. That'll be our last meal at Joseph's for at least a year. Maybe longer probably, but definitely at least a year, which makes me sad. But at least I'm definitely going to make sure it's not going to be 6 years next time. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Tomorrow we're leaving Rome. We're coming back in a couple of days though, for just like the day, but we're leaving Rome and we're going to Frascati, which is just outside Rome. So I'll put that in the next video. The whole trip to Frascati. We're there for 2 nights. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.